the module, as I said, it is major crops, cropping pattern, and irrigation systems of India. Okay, so while you see these topics, you may know that, okay, we are going to see it from mains perspective. So, if in that sense, I would say that you will be seeing lesser data or facts. Otherwise, if you're seeing it from prelims perspective, it would have lot more than facts than this. But for mains perspective, I think it would be a little more easier for you. You might have a general perspective, and we'll be trying to, you know, be little more specific about your own idea about that. Okay. So, anyways, without further such introductions, let's dive into the basics of Indian agriculture. Okay, without me first going and explaining to you the different crops in India, first let's understand the very basic things that you have to keep in mind about Indian agriculture. Okay, first of all, see the basic question: what comprises Indian agriculture and allied sector? Okay, so like the next few slides we will just see the very basic that you must always have there with you whenever you are going to write an answer something. That point of view, that understanding must be there, though it may be some facts, but that is important for you to understand the importance of Indian agriculture. Okay, so you may already know, if I talk about Indian agriculture, obviously it consists of crop sector. What do you mean by crop sector? Okay, it is the cultivation of crops, or it is mainly the cultivation with the aim of either for consumption or for kind of revenue out of it, right? So any kind of crops, it can be either from our food grains, non-cash crops, or plantation crops, right? Like cash crops, like rubber, tobacco. Okay, you can tell me an example. So I'm just getting to know your understanding of that. So I hope you know what is crop sector. Okay. Then even while we are referring to crop sector, any crop like that of flowering plants, everything will come under it. We'll try to see whatever comes under crop sector. The coming slides. What about livestock? How do you define livestock? Animals, yeah, especially the rearing of animals, right? Maybe for their animal products or for an income out of it. Then this may be the third component, may be little, you may not be thinking about that component under this agriculture sector. So keep in mind there are four sectors, subsectors, and one is forestry that we will be seeing in the coming sessions, like agri-forestry, social forestry. If you have gone through the previous, I mean not the just recent previous year questions, but there were some questions related with such social forestry questions. Why? Because it is under this agriculture sector. That is why you get such questions. Then fisheries. I hope you can obviously connect with fisheries. It's not just about, you know, it also includes inland fishing or aquaculture. Okay, pisciculture. So the cultivation of fishing, okay, and the other, fishing from other water bodies. Everything is included. So this is the basic understanding of agriculture and allied sectors. Now these are some facts that you have to keep in your mind. So to understand its importance, you have to understand how important it is for our economy as a whole. Okay, so let's say the workforce. Do you remember? The total workforce. Can you say the percentage of people dependent upon a general idea? Yes, majority of people, or to be very specific, we can say 54.6 percentage according to the present data. 54.6 percentage of the total workforce is dependent on agriculture for their life, which means that more than half of the Indian population is dependent on this sector. That will tell you what is the vital role this sector is playing in the life of people. Obviously, agriculture is a lifeline for each of us for our sustenance. Other than that, as a livelihood, as an income, people are dependent on it. And when talking about it, I am also giving you another fact. If you are looking into the rural economy as such, more than 55 percentage of rural households are dependent upon agriculture in one way or other. Okay, especially in the rural area, which means that if we have some repercussions, that means if there is any effect in agriculture, positive or negative, it has that strength, that vitality to influence the majority of Indian population, right? Because that much percentage of people are dependent upon it directly. Okay, especially rural population. So any positive change will obviously bring about a positive change in their life or the rural economy. The development, rather than development in any other sectors, if you really want the development to reach the poor, you have to start from the agriculture sector. Okay. So I'm trying to, I know you are able to think from these perspectives, but these perspectives must be there in your mind while you're writing any of the mains agriculture answers. Okay.